Rain poured heavily over the Lagos market, turning the dusty roads into slick paths of mud and puddles. She stumbled slightly, clutching her bag as the wind whipped against her face. A vendor shouted, trying to save his fruits from the downpour. In that chaotic moment, her eyes met his at an unexpected stranger, holding a stack of crates just high enough to shield them both from the rain. "Watch your step," he called, a half-laugh in his voice, struggling to keep the crates balanced. She laughed despite herself, shaking her head. "You think you can save me from the rain and still carry all that?" she teased. He grinned, offering a hand to steady her. "I might just manage, if you help me." Their hands touched briefly. A spark, fleeting but undeniable, shot through her chest. She looked away, brushing mud off her shoes, telling herself this was nothing. She had never believed in love. Not since the heartbreak that had left her cautious, skeptical, and convinced that love was either a story or a trap. "Thank you," she said, finally letting go of his hand. "No, thank you," he replied, his voice warm. "It's rare to meet someone smiling in this weather." She gave him a small, polite smile and hurried away, telling herself she'd never see him again. But Lagos, as unpredictable as always, had other plans. The next day, she ran into him again, this time at a cafe where she came to escape her busy life. He was sitting alone, a book in hand, glancing up only occasionally at the rain outside. She hesitated, then walked over. "Fancy seeing you here," she said, trying to sound casual. He looked up and smiled, the same effortless warmth that had unsettled her the day before. "I could say the same. Mind if I join you?" As they talked, she learned his name was Chaik, from a different tribe entirely. In her family, a relationship across tribal lines was frowned upon, considered complicated and risky. But Chaik spoke with patience, intelligence, and humor, and he listened as she spoke about her life, her dreams, and her skepticism about love. "I've always believed that love is overrated," she admitted, stirring her coffee nervously. "People say it fixes everything, but it often just complicates life." Chaik leaned back, studying her. "Maybe. Or maybe you just haven't met the right kind of love yet." She rolled her eyes, but a laugh escaped her anyway. The conversation flowed easily, yet her mind buzzed with questions. What was it about him that made her feel something she hadn't felt in years? Over the next few weeks, they met repeatedly, each encounter deepening the connection. They explored local festivals together, shared street food, and laughed through cultural missteps. But tension simmered beneath the surface. Family expectations loomed large, and she couldn't ignore the whispers from friends and cousins. "Are you seriously considering him?" her best friend asked one evening, brow furrowed. "He's from a completely different tribe. What will people say?" I don't know," she admitted, heart pounding. "It's different. But maybe. I don't care what people say." At that moment, she realized she was starting to believe that love might be more than stories. She was beginning to feel hope, a feeling she hadn't allowed herself to experience in years. Then came the challenge. Her father called, stern and unyielding. "I hear you've been spending time with Chaik. You know the rules. This isn't acceptable. He's not from our tribe. Think carefully before making a mistake you can't undo." She clenched her fist, torn between respect for her family and the undeniable pull she felt toward him. That night, she sat alone, staring at her phone, replaying their last conversation in her mind. Chaik sensed the change immediately. "You've been distant," he said softly when they met. Is it me? No, it's everything, she replied, her voice trembling. My family, my friends. I'm not supposed to feel this way about someone like you. He reached across the table, taking her hand. Then let's figure this out together. We'll face them all, one step at a time. Her heart raced. She wanted to believe him, but fear and doubt were heavy anchors. What if they never accept us? Then we still have each other. Isn't that worth something? Her chest tightened, emotions twisting inside her. For the first time in years, she allowed herself to imagine a life with someone who saw her, truly saw her, without judgment. Days turned into weeks, and the challenges didn't disappear. A family gathering escalated into confrontation when her father insisted she reconsider. Jack arrived, calm but firm, showing respect for the customs while asserting his commitment. I love your daughter, he said, meeting her father's eyes. Not just her, but her values, her life, her culture. I will honor all of it. That's my promise. Her father was silent for a long moment. She watched, breath held, as the weight of tradition clashed with the sincerity in Chag's words. Slowly, her father nodded, not fully accepting, but opening a door. That night, as they walked through the quiet streets lit by the glow of street lamps, she felt the walls she had built around her heart begin to crumble. She looked at him, emotions swirling, fear, excitement, relief, and an overwhelming sense of hope. I never believed in love, she admitted, voice barely above a whisper. Not after everything. But you make me want to believe again. He smiled, brushing a damp strand of hair from her face. Then believe. We'll take it one day at a time, together. As their hands intertwined, she realized this was more than attraction. It was respect, understanding, and a connection that transcended the boundaries she had once thought unbreakable. Love had found her, in the most unexpected way. They navigated the months that followed with care. Each family meeting, every small cultural compromise, strengthened their bond. Chak learned to cook her favorite traditional dishes. She attended his community events, embracing the music, dance, and rituals. Together, they created a space where both cultures could coexist, not just tolerate each other. Friends who had doubted them were now witnesses to a love that refused to be defined by tradition alone. I told you, her best friend said one evening, laughing. You'd fall for him. I didn't know it would be this deep. It's different, she admitted, smiling. It's not easy, but it feels right. Then came the day she finally introduced him as someone serious, not just a fleeting encounter, but a partner willing to embrace every part of her life. Her family still had reservations, but the tension that had once threatened to crush her hope was replaced by cautious acceptance. One evening, after a long day filled with laughter and shared stories, she looked at him and realized how far they had come. I never imagined this, she said. I thought love would never happen for me, at least not this way. Sometimes, he said softly, love doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't check boxes or follow rules. It finds you where you least expect it. Her heart swelled. She had doubted it, resisted it, and yet here it was, love that challenged her beliefs, stretched her limits, and opened her heart wider than she thought possible. As they walked hand in hand along the streets of Lagos, the city alive around them, she knew this was just the beginning. The storms, the obstacles, the cultural divides, they would all come, but she no longer feared them. She believed now. And as viewers watching this story, you might be thinking, could love find you in the most unexpected places too? Could it cross boundaries you once thought unbreakable? If this story inspired you, make sure to hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe love can conquer all? And don't forget to subscribe for more real-life stories that touch the heart and challenge the mind. Weeks later, they stood at a small cultural ceremony, blending traditions from both sides: music, dance, laughter, food. She looked at Chike, his hand steady in hers, and knew that love had not just found her, it had transformed her. "Are you ready?" he asked, eyes bright with anticipation. She nodded, a laugh escaping her lips. "Yes. I'm ready for all of it. All of life, with you." The crowd cheered. The music swelled. And in that moment, nothing else mattered. Love had arrived, unexpected, unstoppable, and unyielding. And for those watching, remember, love may challenge you, surprise you, even scare you. But sometimes, if you let it, it will find a way, just like it found her. Before we wrap up, don't forget to subscribe for more captivating stories. Share your thoughts below. What's the most unexpected love story you've ever witnessed? And if this story touched your heart, give it a like so more people can experience the magic too. Because sometimes, all it takes is one unexpected moment, one brief step, to change your life forever.